Hey everybody, welcome to Funhouse TV. It's me, Steph the producer, and you're looking at something really remarkable. Hey, what is it? It's a crab claw, and I'm going to open up an oyster with it, right? Let's see. Nope, can't get that one. Can I get this one? Nope, can't get that one. Hey, wait a second. Wait. All right, this is a New England crab claw. Look at the size of it. I found it, and it's on Funhouse TV, and it actually doesn't move. But I could probably hold it like this. Yeah, I can. All right, so I want to show you something. I found something. I was walking along a very remote beach, really, really remote, and I started to come across these rocks, and I'm like, oh, this is really pretty, right? I'm like, oh, and you're just walking in this place, and you're like, all these rocks, and I'm like, oh, maybe a bunch of kids did it, right? Like, what is this, a Dalmatian rock? And then I was like, oh, that's weird. And I saw this was the first one that I saw, so I picked it up and I put it in my bucket. And then I saw this one. I'm like, well, wait a second. This one only has one white spot on it. And again, I'm in a very remote beach. And then I picked up this one, and this one's got them all over the place. And then I picked up this one, and this one was a pretty rock, and it's got a couple here and there. And I started picking them up, and some were more like in depth. And I thought, why are these all painted? Are they painted? No, they're not painted, right? And I'm like, wait a second, what is this? Like, there's this one, but then there's nothing here. So what I think it is, you guys, is that I believe that snail shells attached themselves to these and left it behind. And these are the markings that it left on these rocks. Isn't this a cool rock? I'd like to have a rock tumbler, which I do have, but I can't tumble the rocks. It takes too long. I don't know if anybody knows how to clean a rock, but this rock would be spectacular, I think. It's like the earth, you know? I got the earth in my hand with a bunch of dots. But like I said, this was like the first one that I found. And I don't know, like it was puzzling to me, right? So then I was like, okay, wait a second. Now in the other videos that I just uploaded, if you click, you'll see it. Yep, this is a New England oyster shell, and I'm going to put the pearls that we find in. These are scallop oysters, no idea what they are, but I get these in. But which is a real oyster, this one or this one? Ooh, I don't know. And then there's this kind of an oyster, right? But then, I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's fantastic. So then if you watch the other video, you'll see this oyster, which is underneath here. This is a freshwater oyster, and then this is an ocean oyster. So that's cool, and there's pearls inside of here. But then I'm like, wait a second. If you saw the turtle video with the turtle shell, here's all the markings again. And then there's another short that I put up with all the clam things attached to it. So I think they attach themselves and they leave it behind. See that? Isn't that wild? This is just, I was like, I've never seen this in my life. Like, and I'm on a beach that was so remote, it was ridiculous. But anyway, you're watching Funhouse TV, and let's pick out, which one does the crab claw want? I don't know. Not this, that's not an oyster, that's a rock. Let's start with this one, this orange one here. Got my oyster knife and say, oyster, what color pearl do you have? I don't know, but let's find out. Wait, open it up, get a pearl. Yes, we have a pearl. We have a very dark pearl. Dark pearl? Yep, a dark pearl. It's like a purple pearl, all right? Purple pearl. Now, let's open up one of these. I call these the mustard oysters because, I don't know, the shell's kind of mustardy looking, right? All right, so let's open up this one. Get out our oyster knife and see what we got. My name is Steph. This is my show, and I have like 800 other videos on YouTube, so you can go through all of them and see all the stuff that we open up, discover. I do some random other stuff too. Ooh, look at this one. We have a beautiful, it's like a lavender pearl. That one's really pretty, right? So we got two. We have these two. I'm going to put them in here, in this oyster shell. Look at that. Ooh, that's cool. And they got the Dalmatian rocks. I got a lot of stuff going on here today. All right, let's open up this one. Oyster, what do you have? Oyster, what do you have? Yep. All right, so let's open up this one here, and we're gonna see what we find. And the pearl just flung out over here, and we have this one, which is like a light pink pearl. So we have these 3 pearls in here inside of our New England oyster. And now we're gonna open up this one. Now look at this one here. It looks like it has a shell here, 2 shells. Like, what is this? Is this a giant double oyster attached to here? What is this? Whenever I get this stuff, I have no idea what it is. I know I said I wasn't doing oysters on my show, but I don't know. I like this stuff. I've always liked it. I've just done so many. And my channel runs with all the other Chinese channels. So here's a blackish looking purpley pearl. Okay. And we just lost that one. She's always losing her pearls. At least I'm losing my pearls, but I'm not losing my mind. And I don't walk around and grunt and throw fish in oceans and fill them with pearls. Actually, this is a completely real channel. Wait a second. It's called Funhouse TV. Yep, that's for sure. So it's totally real. We found one. We got one, folks. What do we have? We have a beautiful, like a deep teal color. Look at that. Now that's a pearl, right? A pearl on a Dalmatian rock, right? Now, let's measure with our crab claw to see how big the pearl is. Oh, I think it's big, right? Well, we'll be able to tell what it's really big with. I like the crab claw. Unfortunately, the crab's dead. But we have another oyster over here. We have another oyster over here. Time to make a mess. Welcome to Funhouse TV, where Steph, the producer, makes a mess, opens up things, and says, what the hell? Okay, here we go. I thought this was a channel. You're swearing. Okay, so here we have this other purpley one here. So this is what we found. Those are our pearls. That's interesting. I just like the oyster shell. I think it's cool. Do we have another one? No. Is this one? Did I open up this one? I don't know. It's kind of tidy. Let's see if it has a pearl in it. You know? There was somebody that commented from Australia. A pink one. And they had gone on Amazon and bought a bunch of oysters with pearls, and then they couldn't ship them in. This is a hot pink one. They couldn't ship them into the country. Doesn't that stink? I think that stinks. And also, if you go on the Funhouse TV homepage and you click on Amazon, it takes you to the link of products that I recommend. You can't find a crab claw, but this is actually a good a pearl measurer, though. I don't think anybody has that. Ow, my finger. No. Okay, so let's move our Dalmatian rocks. Let's get ready for the big one here. And here we go here. Now, this one's not that big, but it is pretty big. And we're going to find stuff in here. Just like they do on the big Chinese channels. Don't worry. I don't know what we're going to find, but we'll find something. Yep, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, oyster. How many pearls do you have? Voila. See this? Look at this. Pearls, pearls, pearls. Now, this oyster is probably not that old. It's young, and these come in from different country in the South Pacific. So we'll put these in here. And if you can buy these on Amazon, and like I said, if you go through my my thing on Amazon, I recommend the ones to buy. So these are all preserved, and that's what that is. So I'm going to take some of these out, and then we'll measure them with the crab claw. This was actually good if I just do this. Maybe I'll just use a crab claw to dig them out. Hey, that's a good idea. Nobody does this, right? Like I said, these are all preserved in formaldehyde or something. And you have to really wash your hands afterwards and stuff like that. All right, so here's all of the little pearls that we found in the oyster. And I got my little crab claw. All right, Tucker wants to go in. Here. Go in here. No, go in. Sorry, I had to let Tucker in. Okay, so here's all the beautiful little pearls that we found. And again, you're watching Funhouse TV with me, Steph the producer, with the... Where's the rock? Is that the one? No. Where'd the rock go that I found? There's all these rocks that I found. So, you're watching... Here it is. This is the original one. You're watching Funhouse TV with me, Steph the producer, and we'll be back with more oysters, pearls, and anything from the sea or wherever we're supposed to do. But I do like the... Look at the rock this way. I do like the crab claw because it's like it separates out. So maybe I could put some, like, I don't know, something to preserve this, and I can use this. It makes it more authentic, right? Rawr. Look at the size of this pearl. Someone's going to come on and be like, you're not doing it right. There's like 40,000 comments. You're not doing it right. Then you go do it. All right, I'll be back later. Look at that. Oyster. Look at these rocks. You ever see a rock like that? Should go rock collecting. Yep, there you go. Game changer.